congressman's going to get replaced by a congressman who will spend money like he's a drunken congressman, right?
Yeah.
And so that people won't. They want to. They in theory, a lot of people say, I'd like to balance the budget. I'd like to get the income to at least equal where we're not going further in debt. But to do that would require cutting a lot of things out. And the problem is we're so far in debt now that a big portion of the budget is just the interest on the old debt.
Right.
And you can't cut that. You got to pay that. So where are you going to cut? You're going to cut giving, money in the Middle East, money in the Ukraine, money to this country, money to that country. There's a lot of people talk about that. Are you going to cut the military? I mean, those people don't get paid anything anyway. And they put their lives on the line for us. I don't know how to do that. It just requires this tremendous, the amount of hate that it would generate because of the number of lives it would touch to cut everything necessary to cut to get it down to balance I don't know if anybody's got the political capital to pull that off. Either side. I think it'd be the last time that party existed right now. Because people have gotten used to being on the government dole, one way or another. They're used to, the local government in my county is waiting on $14 million right now to build a highway, or to redo a road that runs up beside one of my houses. And they've been waiting 5 years on that $14 million from the federal government, and they won't build the road until the $14 million comes. Meanwhile, the road's a damn goat track. It's awful. And so they're waiting on $14 million from the government instead of the local county handling their own business. And it's that way everywhere.
That times 1,000.
Waiting to do the bridge repairs until we get the government money, waiting to do this until you get the government. And so everybody's on the dadgum take. And nobody wants to say no, and saying no is the only way you balance a budget. When you do it at home, Casey, when I do it at home, the way I live on less than I make is I look at the kids and I say no. I look at my wife and we look at our budget and we go, we can't go on vacation. We're broke people. We got to not be broke people before we can go on vacation. We can't afford that car. Those bass are going to get away because I'm not going to have a bass boat with a motor that big because I can't afford to pay for it. This is what normal people do. We say no. But the federal government has absolutely no ability to say no because everybody wants them to say yes.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. It's not a math problem. You could actually cut taxes and revenues go up. Art Laffer proved that under Reagan. It's a statistical fact. It's not a political theory. So it actually worked.
Did you see Warren Buffett's method to solve this?
Yeah, and absolutely, yeah.
I said I could end the deficit in 5 minutes. You just pass a law that says anytime there's a deficit of more than 3% of GDP, all sitting members of Congress are ineligible for re-election. There you go. You lose your job unless you fix this.
Yeah.
There's one way to do it.
Because you redefine what winning looks like. What does winning look like as a congressman now? Giving everybody free money. And if you made it, the only way you can stay is if you balance the budget. That's a new way of saying what winning looks like.
Hanging out with lobbyists.
They would learn the new ancient word. The ancient word, no. No. You press your tongue towards the roof of your mouth. You release and let air go by. No.
Hey guys, it's Rachel Cruz. If your healthcare costs are increasing while your options are decreasing, check out Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is not health insurance. It's a biblically based health cost-sharing ministry that has helped hundreds of thousands of families across the country. CHM is an affordable alternative to health insurance that aligns with your values and helps you save on health care without giving up your freedom. Find out more at chministries.org/budget. That's chministries.org/budget.
Don't you wish school had a Life Lessons 101 class where they taught things like how to not be broke? Same here. But when I learned there's a toxic money system designed to keep us broke, I found a better way, and so can you. In my new book, Breaking Free from Broke, you'll learn to avoid sneaky money traps and start building real wealth. Pre-order your copy of Breaking Free from Broke today for just $20 and get $100 in free bonus items. Go to RamseySolutions.com/store to get your copy. That's RamseySolutions.com/store.
One of the questions I get all the time is, which life insurance company should I use for my term life policy? A valid question, since there are hundreds of companies out there with rates all over the place and riders and add-ons that are simply a waste of money. You need to get this done and make the right decision. That's why The only company I use and have recommended for over 25 years is Zander Insurance. Zander is a broker who shops the top term life companies for you. It finds the best rates available from the only plans I recommend. They also save you time. Do you want to work online, over the phone, or via text? Their team will cater to your needs and help you make the right decision. This is an absolute necessity, and Zander has made the process easy and convenient. Call them at 800-356-4282 or visit Zander.com for instant online quotes.
Take us with you on your free iHeartRadio app for your music, radio, and podcast. And now, traffic on Talk 650 KSTE.
As we're southbound Capsule Freeway near the J Street off-ramp, a pickup in the slow lane towing a trailer, and it's not moving right now, so we're going to see a bit of a backup there. Heavy traffic on that eastbound side, Midtown area, all the way out to Exposition Boulevard. Westbound slowest between El Camino and the American River. Eastbound 80, heavy traffic through Davis after Richards to pass Mace. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons, KFBK News Radio.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples holiday deals mean amazing savings for the holiday season. Right now, save 50% on custom holiday cards and invitations, as well as custom photo gifts like mugs and calendars. Offer ends 12/16. Visit staples.com/print for more details. Have yourself a merry little holiday deal at Staples.
Saving energy is easy at SmutEnergyStore.com. Find the best energy products to help lower your bill. Smut customers get up to $100 in instant rebates on select smart thermostats. Shop with us at SmutEnergyStore.com.
It's obvious, the unthinkable continues. Most Americans know something very wrong is happening. People in charge keep telling you that everything's fine. Stop noticing. You know better. That's why self-reliant folks are investing in emergency food storage. You should too. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company. They're the ones you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Save $200 on each 3-month food kit you purchase. My Patriot Supply also sells solar generators, gravity-powered water filters, off-grid room heaters for when the power goes out, heirloom seeds, and survival gear. Order by 3 p.m. Your items ship that same day. Arrive quickly on your doorstep in unmarked boxes. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. Time is running out to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
On the next Armstrong and Getty Show, another major industrialized country says we really probably ought to limit immigration to people who help our country. Now let's get back to Dave Ramsey on Talk 650 KSTE. Hell, by the way, we do need all the help we can get around here. Subscribe. Click the subscribe button, click the follow button, click the like button. Share the show, send somebody a link, or some of the different podcast venues or platforms, some of the different YouTube things you can do. They have a share button where you can just click and share it real easy with somebody. Hey, I like that clip, I like what they're doing there. You're the only marketing we have, so thank you. And you've been sharing it and telling people about it. We know because our numbers are way up. Way up. And we appreciate it because you guys are sharing it and subscribing and doing all the proper things. We appreciate you. That's the way you say thanks here. Otherwise, it's just free. Hey, pretty cool. Elizabeth's in Miami. Hey, Elizabeth, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help?
So, let me start with, my dad just passed a couple months ago.
I'm sorry.
And I help my mom and my sister with their finances now. My sister has learning disabilities, and I've been following your plan with her for the past 6 years. We have her debt-free. She has like $26,000 in the bank because she's saving up to buy a new car, not, like a new to her car. She has about $29,000 in retirement just from her work putting in for her. She makes about $27,000 a year.
What's the nature of her learning disability?
It's in math, actually. So that's why I do all of her finances for her.
Okay. I'm sorry. She has, I'm not aware of an exclusively math disability. What is this? I don't understand.
It's not very common. It's really not a lot of people know about it. She just doesn't understand beyond basic, like, addition, subtraction.
Okay, but so that also inhibits her career path, I assume.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So and it inhibits her confidence in applying for a different job. So she has a job she's in now. She's been there for 11 years. She's very happy.
Okay.
She likes the people she works with.
So you've got her in a sustainable mode. Way to go.
Yeah.
You're a great sister.
Thank you. So, with my dad passing, the situation has arisen that my mom they were married for 50 years, and she's uncomfortable living on her own. She really wants to travel, and she doesn't want to leave the house empty. So she came up with the idea that maybe my sister could move in with her, and because she's only going to be there, she only wants to be there for like 3 months here. I really want my mom to live with me, to be honest. So my sister could sell her house and make about $150,000. She has a townhouse. She's got $50,000 left on it, and we could sell it for $200,000. Does it make sense? And there's like a lot, obviously, of nuances in here for her to take that $150,000 and invest a huge portion into her retirement, because I'm afraid she's not going to have enough. She's 42. She has this $29,000 in retirement, and she's got some health issues, and my dad passed from health issues that are genetic, and I'm just worried about taking care of her.
What's your mom's house worth?
$300,000, and it's paid off. She doesn't owe anything on it.
There's two elements we find from people that build wealth and are able to create a sustainable situation at retirement. Okay, one is a paid-for property, and one is a nest egg. And so you're being very wise in how you're going at this industry, George.
Yeah.
So I want that for your sister, because if she does not own a property going into her retirement years because she moved into your mom's house and sold hers, she's going to be out of the real estate game. And
that's what I was nervous about too.
Yeah, I'm worried about that because, okay, let's fast forward. Let's say your sister's life expectancy is better than you fear. And let's say she lives to 70 or 80, okay? At that point, the number one line item in most people's budget, expense-wise, the largest item is housing, okay? And when you have a paid-for property, you have greatly reduced the number one expense item. You've stabilized it, like for your mom, in your mom's situation. She's sitting there with a paid-for $300,000 house. What's that give her? Stability.
Yes.
Because she doesn't have to worry about a stinking house payment with your dad passing, and which might have forced her to sell the house instead of thinking about traveling. I don't know what the rest of the nest egg is, but that's the thing. So the paid-for house that your mom's sitting on is a beautiful testament to your dad and your mom and how they've managed money. That's a stable thing for your mom going into her golden years. I don't want to take that away from your sister.
Okay.
I'm
going to throw one more wrench into the situation. My mom is saying she's going to leave the house to both my sister and myself. Could my sister just stay in the house after my mom passes, and then that becomes her house?
Yeah. And I'm guessing if your mom's traveling 9 months a year, there's some money too.
I mean, she's legitimately going to live with me for 6 months, and I'm beyond happy about that. And my husband is happy.
That's not travel.
No. But then she has friends everywhere, and they all want her to come.
Okay, so this is not, she's got $2 million on a nest egg and just going to go out and have some fun.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. So my question is, does she have $300 in addition to the house?
From what I understand, she's got $175 in investment, and then probably $50 in checking, but then she gets pension and Social Security enough to cover more than her bills. So
just you and your sister.
Yeah. Yep.
Here's what I'm beating around. I'm trying to figure out the math that's fair to you, because you've been a wonderful sister. And I'd like for your sister to end up with this house without having to pay you something.
No. That's honestly, it would bring me so much comfort to know that she's just taken care of, like, it's okay. And we're in a stable place. My husband and I, we're going to be okay. We've got military retirement. I'm really worried that she's so tight on her money and so tight with her retirement right now, and this would just, I mean, it would be world changing for her.
Is the relationship part okay with Mom? You hesitated.
My relationship with my mom is obviously great. I know.
You hesitated.
I think it's more an insecurity for my sister to say I'm moving back in with my mom, and I told her, I was like, it's really Mom is living with you. You know, if she's living there 9 months of the year, and my mom only comes in for 3 months just basically to visit and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
It's really my mom is gifting her that house, so changing her mentality. But I understand.
If you want to make it thorough and legal, you could sit with an estate planner and go ahead and deed the house to your sister with a life estate to your mom, meaning your mom has rights to it as long as she's alive. She can stay there.
Okay.
And you could put in the write-up that your sister's also allowed to occupy the property. And then your sister, it does own the house.
Okay.
That wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
You could sit with an estate planner and do that under the Unified Estate Tax Exemption. She could transfer the title on the property over, not pay a dime on taxes on it. Your sister could sell the house, her house, and dump that money, as you said, into retirement. No house payment. Yeah, then that starts to work, unless your mom is going to mess up your sister's progress because she's done so well under your leadership.
Yeah, I just keep coming back to that real estate. I like that she's got skin in the game. I don't want her to lose that by this situation.
She's going to own this other house.
Then that solves it.
That keeps her in the real estate game.
Yeah.
You know,
But I would also ask, what does sister want to do?
Yeah.
That's part of it.
She likes her independence right now, is what I heard, too. That's something to deal with. That's a good
And
question.
even though it's quote-unquote her house, I think emotionally, psychologically, and until the deed is changed over, financially.
It might be good for your sister's state of mind to go ahead and do the deed with your mom having a life estate.
Make it official, not just a promise.
Yeah, and then this is your house. And, you're getting your part of the estate now, prior to death. And then the rest of the money and stuff will come to you, Elizabeth, at that point upon death. And it probably won't be $300K is what you're telling me. Probably going to be more in the 200 range, depending on what your mom spends between now and then. So, wow. Yeah, I got to tell you, Elizabeth, that's very noble. You're doing really good stuff there. You're a good person. I'm honored to speak with you. I hope we helped you. This is The Ramsey Show.
Think for yourself.
Talk 650 KSPE.
When your private student loans are past due and you're struggling to make any payments, those loans are what are known as distress. It might feel like you can't breathe, but don't believe the myth that you can't do anything about it. There's a way out. Refinance your private student loans with Y Refi. I take my endorsements seriously. I only work with people you can trust, and Y Refi does things the right way. We don't use credit scores, and neither do they. Y Refi actually underwrites a custom fixed-rate loan for you based on your ability to pay, not on your FICO score. To learn more, call 844-2-RAMSEY or go to yrefi.com/Ramsey. That's 844-2-RAMSEY or the letter Y and then REFY.com/Ramsey.
Y-Refi is not licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Y-Refi is not authorized by the New York State Department of Financial Services to service any New York loans. Funding may not be available in all.
Take us with you on your free iHeartRadio app for your music, radio, and podcast. Now, traffic on Talk 650 KSPE.
As you're southbound Cap City Freeway near the J Street off-ramp, a pickup in a slow lane towing a trailer, and it's not moving right now, so we're going to see a bit of a backup there. Heavy traffic on that eastbound side, Midtown area, all the way out to Exposition Boulevard. Westbound slow is between El Camino and the American River. Eastbound 80, heavy traffic through Davis after Richards to pass Mace. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons, KFBK News Radio.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. The lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off, you know. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask like 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375